What is up, Clashers? Thank you so much for stopping by Clash of Clans Attacks, where today the focus falls on Town Hall 8, and it's Town Hall 8 War. Now, I should add a disclaimer at the beginning of this episode, and that is that I am admittedly out of practice on war attacks. It's been a couple of months since I had attacked with Galadon, my Town Hall 8 account. I've been traveling so much I had opted out of war, and that, well, it's still no excuse for a lack of planning. As this dragon emerges from the clan castle, I realize I did not prepare to take a dragon out. I only have a few wizards, and I had planned on using them to clear the surrounding structures. Instead, I have to use them on trying to get this dragon out of the sky, poison spell to try to help out, and now wallbreaker fail as they get annihilated by that mortar shell. All but one go down, so I haven't gotten the wall open, I haven't gotten the surrounding structures down. Things are just not looking good. Luckily, I do get the dragon out of the way. Only one wizard survives, but that certainly means that my P.E.K.K.A. is not going to behave, and neither is the king, as of course, here they go on the P.E.K.K.A. go round, counterclockwise around the base. So I realize this is going to happen, and now I am altering my attack on the fly. Never a good idea. The hogs come in from the top of the base and dangerously approaching those two gaps where double giant bombs could be lying in wait. So the galley panic sets in, and I drop the first heal spell way too early. The hogs split up, I lose a few to spring traps. There goes the earthquake spell on the town hall, just trying to soften things up a little bit. Left hand side, that's a danger zone, and sure enough, bunch of small bombs and a giant bomb right there, but the heal spell strategically in place, so that avoids a huge gala fail. As the king and the P.E.K.K.A. continue their way around, the last heal spell goes down, more hog riders flying off the screen, but luckily it looks like I've got enough to get through the last of the defenses. So the cannon goes down, and that means the hogs will turn on the defending barbarian king. My own king and the P.E.K.K.A. are holding hands around this base, and that's not helping matters. Luckily, though, we have an extra 30 seconds and no more defensive structures to deal with. Just a few hog riders remain. The king finally turns off, goes after the dark elixir storage, and the P.E.K.K.A. continues on its way around towards the right. So that kind of gives me hope. Also, the extra 30 seconds added definitely made a difference and allowed me to overcome some bad mistakes in this attack. That and just a little bit of luck helps out when we don't trigger the giant bomb right after those small bombs on the left-hand side. The hogs survive, the king, the P.E.K.K.A. are still there, and here it comes, believe it or not, first attack back, Galadon grabbing a 3-star win. Now here comes another 3-star attack, but let's start by showing the war log. Right in the middle of the screen, notice number 33 Luis attacked 31 Kadar, C-A-D-A-R. So an earlier 1-star attack, followed up now by Derp, number 25, who is going to go in and clean up number 31, Kadar. And you might wonder why I showed that. It's right here, because watch this hog rider go in and trigger the double giant bombs, and then on the left-hand side, bottom left, another giant bomb goes off. So derping those giant bombs, getting them out of the way before he starts the rest of his attack. And with the giant bombs gone, and now shortly the clan castle troops gone, this attack is going to be smooth, because you can see this is a very tight base design, which is extremely vulnerable to a hog rider attack. Good use of the poison spell, watching those shadows that the units cast, dropping in a dragon as well just for insurance. There goes your clan castle, and now it's Spamahog coming from the bottom of the screen. Hogs moving in mass, and again, very little to worry about, as most of the major dangers to hogs are gone. So the dragon and the wizard moving in, trying to clean up some of those structures. There goes your first heal spell, again the spring traps, and you've got a bunch of hogs all in one really tight pack right in the middle of the screen. Makes it a little bit easier with the heal spells to project where they're going. There it is in front of the path of hogs, and now you've got skeleton traps popping, the barbarian king chasing. Great time to drop that last poison spell and help take them down and reduce the damage inflicted by the king. So once again, this base going down quickly, not a lot of defensive structures remain, and the last heal spell has been deployed, keeping those hogs at full health, walking right by the former spot where the double giant bombs sat, and they don't matter now. Just a couple of more structures out of the way. The dragon having no problems working its way around the base. He still hasn't even dropped his Barbarian King, waiting until the last second. Now the king is going to go down, the last wizard goes down, and as we pull back, you can see just a couple of units here and there grabbing those exposed structures on the outside, helping to clean up, work their way from the outside in. And maybe in a little forgetful moment, Derp has still not dropped his Barbarian King. Waiting for the king to go down, he finally drops him at the top of your screen. But again, with the addition of this 30 seconds from the last update, I feel like it has made a big difference in letting attackers relax, at least at Town Halls 8 and 9. In my opinion, I don't think it was really needed at Town Halls 8 and 9. I'm not sure if they maybe could have added it only at Town Halls 10 and 11 and maybe saved the balance a little bit, but it certainly has made attacks easier at this level. And indeed, if you go back and look at the timer at the beginning of this attack, it was about 3:15. So the extra 30 seconds was needed, as it really often is in Hog Rider attacks, especially when you are taking time to surgically remove those giant bombs and defending Clan Castle troops. But nonetheless, a great attack from number 25 Derp. He is going to 3-star this base, Kadar of Air Poland, and again, because he studied the replay from earlier in the war, he knew exactly how to approach this base. He knew there was a dragon in the clan castle. He knew where the giant bombs were lying in wait, got them out of the way, and that is the end of this base and a great 3-star win for full attack. Now, when people ask me, Galadon, what is the best attack strategy at Town Hall 8 War? I will always tell you it is Hog Rider or Go-Ho or Go-Hope. But occasionally, and I give you a warning with this one, occasionally there are times where a Go-Wipe attack is going to be a solid 3-star attack against a certain base design. It usually involves a weaker Town Hall 8. I would not suggest it against a maxed out Town Hall 8, nor against a tightly grouped multi-enclosure Town Hall 8, but this one right here, I'm sorry, I've Go-Wiped for long enough to know that this is a base that is going to fall to a Go-Wipe attack. Now maybe of course other attacks would have taken it down as well, but I wanted to bring out the old Go-Wipe and just give it a try. Very golem heavy, by the way, 3 golems in here to go along with my 3 P.E.K.K.A. Now I did intentionally send the 3rd P.E.K.K.A. off at the top of the screen, wandering out there trying to grab all of those exposed structures. No walls to get through, a few archers and wizards out there to help clean up those last structures, and because of all the earthquakes, I only had 1 rage spell, but once we are in the core, usually the troops that I have can get the job done. Now just a few wizards went in the center along with the rest of the troops, and that was dangerous for a few seconds with that Clan Castle Dragon, but the rage spell helped out. There goes the Barbarian King's Iron Fist. And you'll notice at the top of the screen that solitary P.E.K.K.A. with just a couple of wizards helping her out has completely cleared out the top quadrant of that base. Again, this open base design, lower level walls, spread out structures are just screaming Go-Wipe. But again, I do not suggest it unless you are very comfortable with the attack strategy and of course your clan hasn't banned Go-Wipe, which does happen. But again, I feel like there are certain bases that if you are knowledgeable enough and you're careful enough with your deployment, that you are going to be almost guaranteed a 3-star attack every time with Go-Wipe. This, a pretty soft target, number 35 Galadon going against number 38 Legendary. But you'll notice as this attack wraps up, and especially again, with the addition of 30 more seconds on the clock, Go-Wipe has become a little bit stronger, and I've got more than enough units to finish this attack off. The P.E.K.K.A. on the bottom right still doing fine. The king just about to go down, but I've got a few wizards and archers left, and there goes the last structure, and that is, believe it or not, a 3-star Go-Wipe win. So thank you guys again, as always, for checking out the Town Hall 8 War attacks. Please let me know what you guys like to use at Town Hall 8, and we will move on and check out some Town Hall 9 3-star attacks in a future episode. Again, trying to bring you guys the content that you want to see. Thank you guys so much for sticking around all the way to the end of this episode. Please don't forget to check out my other episodes, and of course, like, comment, subscribe, and know that I appreciate every last one of you for spending a few minutes of your day with me. So until tomorrow, in life as in Clash of Clans, get out there and make every attack a full attack.
Galadon, prepare yourself. You shall never pass Peter $17. You know what I mean.